toll required.
Adam, let me in. We need to record.
Pay the toll. I don't make the rules.
Will you accept zoo dollars?
Hell yeah. Have you seen the little macaws with the little hats on?
No, you just took the girl kid.
I'm Adam.
And I'm Joe.
And together we're the Maladjusted Misfits.
And this is the one where we talk about friends. Hello.
Howdy.
How are you this week?
Howdy. I'm doing good. How are you?
Not good.
Not good. She's sick, everybody.
Yeah. I don't feel good.
So if I have to take over for her duties halfway through the show, you'll know why.
I'm trying not to cough all over the microphone.
Any coughing fits you have, I'll replace. If I have to edit them out, I'll replace with the sound of monkeys in honor of Marcel. So,
Yeah.
Are you ready for this week's?
I am. I like this week's episode.
Okay.
It's funny. Which episode are we doing?
We're doing the one after the Super Bowl, part 1.
After the Super Bowl part 1, because you had to explain why it was called this.
Well, I tried to. We'll get to that.
All right. What's our IMDb plot?
Oh, well, Ross goes to visit Marcel whilst on a trip to California and discovers he's working in commercials. Joey receives a fan letter from an attractive but unstable woman. Phoebe is asked to sing for children at the library.
At the library. Our episode director this week is Michael Lembeck.
Mm-hmm.
He directed 24 episodes of Friends, mostly in season 2.
Okay.
He also directed episodes of Mad About You and Major Dad.
Major Dad. I think I recall that.
Yes. Our episode writers are Jeff Astroff and Mike Sikowitz.
Yes.
Remember, these are the writers that coined the term the friend zone.
Ooh. So our original air date was January 28th, 1996.
1996.
That would be Super Bowl 30.
Okay.
The Cowboys won over the Steelers, 27-17. And with a 47% audience share.
What's that mean?
That means of all the people that were watching TV, that percentage were watching the Super Bowl and subsequently Friends.
Ooh.
52.9 million viewers. The one after the Super Bowl was the most watched episode of the series and the highest rated Super Bowl lead-out program of all time.
Wow.
I read a thing that said they used to, try to start new shows off. Like, the first episode
Super Bowl?
of Police Squad is coming up after the Super Bowl.
Okay.
And nobody ever watched those. And then they went, it's an hour of Friends after the Super Bowl, and everybody watched that one. And that's why it's packed full of stars, and it's really funny, and it's because they were going for that record.
So it's in 2 parts on syndication and on DVDs and stuff like that.
Right.
But in reality, it played the full hour.
It played the full hour, yes.
Got it.
Yes, so next week's air date is all going to be the same, so not as much trivia next week.
Got it. Okay. All right, so are you ready for some trivia?
Yes.
All right. Brooke Shields won the lead in her own sitcom, Suddenly Susan, that started in 1996, based on her performance in this episode.
Huh.
I did not know that.
I didn't either.
Yeah.
She's really funny in this episode.
She is hilarious. After Rachel and Monica throw water at Joey, saying he's Drake's evil twin, Chandler also throws water at him, saying he forgot to close the toilet lid, and it was an ad-lib by Matthew Perry. So,
I know that he was playing that all week long.
Yeah.
What can I say to throw water in his face?
And then while some people regard Phoebe's song in this episode as biphobic, other people think the scene was progressive because it wasn't normal way back then to talk to children about such issues.
Right.
So during filming of the scene when Brooke Shields' character licked Mac LeBlanc's hand, her then boyfriend Andre Agassi stormed onto the set, and Brooke and Andre had a blazing row, leaving her in tears.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah.
Wow.
So I read an article where the writers and the director said that Courtney and Jennifer and Phoebe, help me out.
Lisa,
Courtney, and Jennifer all consoled her because he was being such a jerk.
Oh.
Because she was licking his hand and he got upset. So.
Well, he kisses her too.
I know. He wasn't
Wow.
there that day, apparently.
Just because he makes some Italian sauce, he thinks he can do whatever he wants.
Director Michael Lembeck won a 1996 Emmy Award for Outstanding Individual Achievement in Directing for a Comedy Series for this episode.
Oh, wow. Good job.
I know.
Now, this is a funny episode.
It is funny.
It's a good one.
All right, episode reactions.
All right. Well, Fred Willard, Homer Simpson, Weird Stalkers, the dark underbelly of zoos and the Hollywood animal elite exposed, and conveying facts to children through song. Hot stuff!
I love it. It's so wacky and fun. Great guests, funny lines, 3 storylines. I love it.
Yeah.
All right, favorite lines.
What was your favorite line, Joe? You had trouble.
I did have trouble because there were so many funny ones, but I really liked when Ross says, I don't really enjoy being with other men that way. Zoo dollars. I thought it was a nice way of saying, I'm not gay, but here
no,
you go.
thank you. You do whatever you want in the nocturnal house.
Right. So I thought that was funny.
I'm going with the zookeeper for my favorite line. The zoo? Do you believe everything the zoo tells you?
I do like that line a lot.
It's just fun.
All right, favorite moment. And you picked on me just a teeny bit, but I can't get over this kid's face when he looks at Chandler. So when Phoebe is singing the song about bisexuals kidding themselves, and that kid looks up at Chandler, it cracks me up every single time.
He does have a good look on his face.
Chandler looks down at him with a smile on his face, and then he won't look away.
Yeah. He's like, how you doing? My favorite moment is drink throwing. I love all the drink throwing. You bastard! Excuse you. There's going to be a lot of monkey calls in this episode.
All right, favorite outfit. I like Phoebe's dress in the opening, the Central Perk scene.
Okay.
It's a cute dress. She has a little button up, a little collar, this funky little pattern. I would totally wear that.
Okay. And I'm going to make a weird choice this week. I'm going to go for Erica Ford's Cruella DeVille outfit from the throwing water scene.
Oh, that was cute. She dressed really impeccable.
Right.
It was very soap opera-y.
Right.
You know, like she dressed like she was on a soap opera.
Yeah, and I think that's part of her mental problems that are going on.
Her persona.
Yeah, she thinks she's a Salemite.
A Salemite. All right, themes we explored this episode. Theme 1, crazy stalker fans.
Theme 2, does the zoo lie to you?
Theme 3, should you lie to kids?
And theme 4, commercials in the Super Bowl? USA! USA!
All right, we're going to take a quick break before we break down the episode.
Yes, indeed.
Hello, it's Erica.
Oh my god, the stalker!
Never mind, it's open.
Ah!
Yes, hitting her with a frying pan's a good idea. We might want a backup plan, though, just in case she isn't a cartoon.
Let's get out of here!
The one time they're not at home!
Okay. We'll just leave. And when we pass her on the stairs, she won't know it's me because we've never met.
That's how podcasters escape stalkers! I like the little twist. That was fun.
All right, we're back.
We're back.
Okay, so we open straight into the Monkey Shine beer ad. Do you know why, Joe, without looking at the notes?
No. Why?
Super Bowl ads. They're trying to fool you that it's another Super Bowl ad right after the game ended.
Damn it. I probably could have got that if I thought for a second.
Yeah, so it's like a joke.
I get jokes.
So let me break down the advertisement. An overworked guy is at his desk, and then the boss drops off a stack of files. The boss smiles, and the man collapses as Commercial Man narrator says, "Can't get the monkey off your back? Then put it in your mouth with Monkey Shine beer."
That's kind of gross.
Yes. Yes, it's very gross. I do not like it. The collapsed man is then given a beer by a capuchin monkey, and it looks like the seventh friend, Marcel. The man opens the beer as the song begins. Suddenly, the man's in a hammock on a soundstage in front of a beach backdrop, and sexy bikini babes are all around him. Beer commercial stuff. Then the monkey has on a Hawaiian shirt. Monkey shine beer, 'cause it's a jungle out there. And the last shot of the commercial is on the TV belonging to our friends, Monica and Rachel. All 6 friends are in the apartment, and they have football stuff out. Like they were just finishing watching the Super Bowl, although they have a Giants helmet as a bowl. So, I mean, they're in New York. So,
Right.
I mean, it makes sense, I guess.
Right.
But
Even though the Giants weren't in the Super Bowl.
right. But like Rachel's flipping through her magazines like she wasn't paying attention.
That's what I would be doing.
Then Ross announces that the monkey beer commercial always makes him sad instead of nauseated like it did me.
I think it's funny that someone's always sitting on the coffee table. You think Monica would have a problem with that?
Right. I think it's funny that Chandler was on that watching the end of the game. Oh, God.
Because it's noted that he's
Right.
not a big sports fanatic.
I got $50K on the Steelers.
He lost.
Then Joey says, but the guy opens his beer and the girls ran at him, so it all works out. But Ross is like, no, because the monkey looks like Marcel. And Phoebe says she can see that. They both have big brown eyes and a pouty chin. And then Monica plays Adam for a moment and says they're capuchin monkeys and they all basically look the fucking same. And Ross wonders if he did the right thing giving Marcel away. Rachel says he had to because he was humping everything in sight. She has a Malibu Barbie who will no longer be wearing white to her wedding. Which would have made for a strange subplot in the Barbie movie. Ross says, remember when you get your hat back and Marcel would have left little monkey raisins in it?
Monkey raisins? Come on, it was shit. He
Yes.
left shit in your hat.
Shit in the hat. You can't cuten it up.
No.
And Chandler points out that when the monkey does it, it's cute. But when he did it to his boss's hat, suddenly he had a big attitude problem.
All right, now we're in Central Perk. Rachel, Monica, Phoebe, Chandler, and Joey comes bursting in. Joey comes running into the coffee house and says, hey, guess what I got? Chandler offers, rhythm? No, I got my first fan mail. Hands it to Monica and she reads the letter. Dear Dr. Ramore, know that I love you and would do anything to have you. Love, your not-so-secret admirer, Erica Ford. P.S. Please find and close 14 of my eyelashes.
Wow.
Rach says, in Crazy World, that means you're married. Monica points out that it wasn't addressed to Days of Our Lives. And it was addressed to his apartment. And there's no stamp on it. Means that she was in their building. Joey says, oh my God, I got my very own stalker. And then there was a cut line on the DVD where Chandler says that he has to share his stalker with a bunch of guys down at work.
Yes, that was funny.
And then Rachel says, remember when we talked about good thing, bad thing? This is a bad thing, Joey.
This is a bad thing.
That was funny, too.
So what I don't understand about, I mean, a sitcom, I get it.
Yeah.
But, so Erica Ford,
Yes.
thinking Joey, she sees Dr. Draco Moray in this porthole,
Right.
staked out the Days of Our Lives shooting location, wherever that is, their, studio,
Followed him home.
followed him home.
Not in Salem. In New York City.
Right. I'm
Yeah.
whatever. It's funny, though.
It is funny. So Ross enters and says he's headed to a paleontology conference in LA and he'll drive down to San Diego and surprise Marcel. So I looked it up. It's about 2.5 hour drive.
To say hi to a monkey.
Say hi to a monkey. He's going to drive 2.5 hours. And
And
Chandler
then 2.5 hours back.
Yeah, 5 hours just to say hi to a monkey. And Chandler says, I think he'll be surprised until he realizes he's a monkey and he's incapable of that emotion.
Aww.
Sorry.
I think a monkey could recognize you and be happy to see you.
Yeah, they
though.
show those YouTube videos all the time of those animals that recognize you. I think it's adorable.
Anyway, and then Special Agent Chester Desmond enters.
No, it's not Twin Peaks.
Oh.
Chris Isaac enters, and Phoebe gets everyone to pretend to laugh at her, pretend story as he walks over, and then she says, hello. He introduces himself as Rob Donan, and says he doesn't know anything about music, which Adam says was supposed to be a joke.
I think it was supposed to be like a little, I don't know anything about music, pause for laugh. Nobody's laughing.
Nobody
okay.
laughed. But he thinks Phoebe's is really, really great. And he tells her he schedules performers for the kids at the library. And he asks if she ever thought about playing her songs for kids. So Phoebe sticks her boot right into her mouth and says she would love to have kids. And then he pauses and looks at her and she goes, hear me play songs that I would write for them.
Yeah. I would love to have your children in 9 months. Okay, then we're back at Chandler and Joey's. Chandler and Joey are there. Joey is asking what Chandler wants for dinner. Chandler jokes that they could stay in and cook for themselves, and they both have a good hard laugh about that one. I guess they got through all that sauce he made.
Yeah, they had spaghetti for months.
Then the buzzer disrupts their guffaws, and Chandler says hello.
It's Erica.
And Joey is like, oh my God, my stalker.
Never mind, it's open.
Oh, that means she's coming up to the room, see? So Joey grabs a frying pan. Chandler likes it, but thinks that they should have a backup plan in case she's not a cartoon, because cartoons are always whacking each other with frying pans. I think you would kill somebody if you tried.
Smack somebody across the face with the frying pan.
They try across the hall, but nobody's home, and it's locked, and it's like they're cursed all of a sudden. Joey suggests that they leave. He never met Erica, so they'll just pass on the stairs, and she won't recognize him. Chandler tells him that's how radio stars escape their stalkers. Footsteps approach. Back into the apartment. Joey grabs his trusty pan, and Chandler grabs the dish soap. An unusual choice. And then there's a knock at the door.
It's me.
They resign to their fate. Chandler pulls the little opener plug thing on the soap bottle top, and Joey opens the door. Erica is an attractive stalker crazy person, so they're relieved. And Chandler even squeezes the soap in a suggestive way as Joey says, Erica! And then he stands smiling as the steam fades.
And then we cut to the San Diego Zoo. So Ross is there with zoo people. Then we have Fred Willard, who greets Ross.
Yes.
He's Dean Lipson, which every time I said his name, it reminds me of like a college movie.
Right.
Like Dean Lipson.
Right.
But his name is Dean.
His name is Dean Lipson.
So Dean Lipson, zoo administrator, there to answer Ross's question. Ross says he can't find the monkey he donated last year. A capuchin who answers to the name of Marcel. Dean Lipson says he has some bad news. Marcel is passed on. Ross says, oh my God, what happened? And Dean explains, well, he got sick, and then he got sicker, and then he got a little better, and then he died.
Which sounds plausible.
Ross says he can't believe this, and Dean Lipson apologizes and says, there's an old saying, sometimes monkeys die.
And that's true. Sometimes monkeys do die.
Yeah.
I mean, it happens.
And I love this. It's not a great saying, but it certainly is fitting today.
Yeah.
So Ross is upset that someone didn't call him, and Dean apologizes again and says he knows this can't bring him back, but he offers him zoo dollars.
Zoo dollars.
And he tells him to come to the See the Bird show at 4 p.m. The macaws wear hats, which is a lot cuter if your monkey just hasn't died.
If your monkey hasn't just died.
Sorry.
That's okay. I'll just keep adding monkey sounds. You're only annoying the audience. New York City Library. Phoebe, Chris Isaac, and kids, and parents, and Chandler, and Monica, and Rachel. Oh my. Phoebe pulls out her guitar from the case, and the children go, ooh. And she goes, I know. Then we pan over to Chandler, Monica, and Rachel. What good friends. I'd have been like, children's library show? No, thank you.
They are very nice to show up, aren't they?
Monica can't believe Joey is having lunch with his stalker. I'm going to have to quote Sam Rockwell in Galaxy Quest here. Did you guys ever watch the show?
I love that movie. Friends fans, if you haven't seen Galaxy Quest, you have to watch it.
But Mon asks what the stalker is like, and Chandler asks if they remember Kathy Bates in Misery, and he says she looks the opposite of that. With that description, I picture Tony Cox, but that's me. Do you know who Tony Cox is?
No.
He's the little person black guy from Bad Santa.
Oh my God. The opposite of Kathy Bates.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
A little black man, right? Rachel asks, and she's not crazy? And Chandler's like, no, she's a total whack job. She thinks that Joey is actually Dr. Drake Ramore. And they are grossed out that Joey's going out with her, which, you know.
Yeah.
Matt LeBlanc makes the same mistake in Episodes, the TV
yes,
show.
He does.
Chandler plays the devil's advocate. Just because this woman thinks that she can actually see Joey through the magical box in her living room doesn't mean she's not a person. Does she not deserve happiness? Does she not deserve love? And they just give him a dirty look. And Chandler asks why they're mad at him. Joey's the one that wants to boff the maniac. So do you think Joey sold that line to Chandler and he kind of bought it a little bit?
Yeah. 100%.
But then we cut back across the room. Rob, Chris Isaac, asks Phoebe if she's okay. No, I'm nervous. Maybe if I picture them all in their underwear. But he's like, no, that's what the last guy got fired for. She's worried because she's used to playing for grown-ups. Mm-hmm. They drink their coffee and they tune me out if they hate me. But kids listen. Well, some kids. Not our kids.
No.
Maybe some kids. Has she met kids? I don't think the kids listen. Anyway, she's nervous and rambling and notices that he's thinking about kissing her and asks, what, are you going to kiss me? And he's like, I was thinking about it. And then they kiss and Phoebe is like, all right, let's play some tunes.
And then there's a cut scene where Rachel and Mon try and gather Chan to come sit down to listen to Phoebe's, and he's reading a book, and he goes, he thinks he can, he thinks he can, and Mon goes, come on, Chan. He goes, hold on, he thinks he can, he thinks he can, oh, phew, he can.
I wonder what he was reading. Phoebe and the children yell hello in unison as they're wont to do, and our first song is about grandparents. And the lyrics are as follows. Now grandma's a person who everyone likes. She bought you a train and a bright shiny bike. But lately she hasn't been coming to dinner. And the last time you saw her, she looked so much thinner. Now your mom and your dad said she moved to Peru. And the truth is she died and someday you will too. La 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 la. Monica, Rachel, and Chandler look concerned, as does Rob and most of the parents. As a parent, I would have been relieved that someone was helping me out of the Peru hole I dug myself into.
The Yemen hole. All right, now we're at Becco lunchtime.
Becco.
We're with Joey and Erica Ford.
I assume you get hot dogs and sloppy joes there.
Right. But Erica is super dressed up for lunch.
Mm-hmm. I almost went with that crazy dress for my favorite.
I know. I almost did too. But they are at a table and she says, it's amazing. And Joey says, yeah, what?
Yeah, what's amazing?
Here they sit, devil may care. And I had to look it up. Because it's just a weird phrase.
Yes.
You know? So devil may care has an interesting origin. It dates back to the early 18th century and comes from the golden age of piracy.
Ooh.
Yeah, I know. Between 1715 and 1725, on the high seas, pirates would seize other ships, slay people, steal property without regard to law or fear of being caught. Devil may care.
Oh.
I know.
Very interesting. I'm devil may care, matey. You're not wearing an eye patch yet.
Erica means a little while ago, he was reattaching Simone's spinal cord. And Joey says, yeah, that's a tricky one. In reality, that surgery takes like 10 hours. But they only showed like 2 minutes. And Erica asks who they is. And he says, no one.
No.
And she tells him he is so talented. And she takes his hands. She could just eat them, but she won't.
Oh.
And Joey says, otherwise his watch would fall off. And Erica laughs, throwing her head back in a maniacal and scary way. And then snaps back to these miracle, magical, life-giving hands to be near them and touch them and maybe lick one.
maybe just one.
She proceeds to lick all over Joey's hand, to which he says, "Wow, you're good at that."
I know, it's like Paulo and Rachel in a restaurant.
Then someone in the background yells that someone is choking and asks if there's a doctor. And Erica stands up and announces that the best doctor in all of Salem, Dr. Drake Ramore. And Joey looks stunned.
Nobody else can do the Heimlich.
Right? Seriously? Anybody. You don't have to be a doctor.
Just wrap your arms around and start pulling. All right, so then we're at the San Diego Zoo, and it's Ross, and he's all sad and Ross looking, and he's just throwing food out of a baggie onto the floor, which is weird, I think. And then he notices that the person is sweeping, and he puts the baggie away. And this is Dan Castellaneta, or the voice of Homer Simpson.
Whoop, whoop.
He slides up behind Ross and says, "Meet me in the nocturnal house in 15 minutes. Not that scary. I made it scary because I thought it'd be fun. Ross looks concerned. I'd have just run away myself. But Ross explains that he doesn't enjoy being with other men that way and offers him his zoo dollars. And Jen's favorite moment. Or line, your favorite line.
Yeah, my favorite line.
Then the zookeeper explains that it's about his monkey. It's alive. And then there's a musical sting that's very over the top and fun as we go to commercial, which isn't in the extended version.
It isn't?
No, they extend out the, like, two of them doing a little funny bit.
Yeah.
But it's not the dun dun dun.
That's funny. And then we cut back to Becco's for lunchtime again. So Joey and Erica. And Erica says she doesn't understand why Joey didn't help that man. And Joey explains that he's a neurosurgeon. And that was clearly foodle chokage.
Foodle chokage.
Yes, and that makes sense to me.
That's, yeah.
Yeah.
I feel like a spinal surgeon would be like, I'm not fucking doing that.
Right. It's a waste of my time. One time when I was a waitress, there was this really big guy. Mm-hmm. And he said, "I'm choking."
Okay.
Give me the Heimlich maneuver. And the very first thing is, if you can cough, speak, or breathe, you're not choking.
You're not choking.
So I said, "You're talking, you're not choking." And he was like, "Give me the Heimlich." And I was like, "You're not choking." And he insisted that I give him the Heimlich.
Oh, yeah.
maneuver.
I've been like, I'm not fucking touching you,
and
man.
I'm 5'3". I'm like, there's no way I can put my arms around you.
Just because you're in the weird choking stuff doesn't mean I'm putting my arms
So
around
I
you.
leaned him over a table and hit him on the back 3 times and then said, "There, you're done."
Bravo.
Anyway, yeah, that was funny. But Joey tries to tell Erica the truth, but she puts her hands over his mouth and says, "No, no, 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 no. You don't have to tell me anything. Who am I to question the great Dr. Drake Ramore?" She gets up and moves closer to him and says she should just be happy to be near him. And Joey tries to interject, but she lays a big, wet smooch on him. And it's just like, hey. Like at the end of a dance.
Hey.
Hey.
I like that Joey always falls for oh, she's hot and she's kissing me, so it doesn't matter.
Yeah, sex could be involved, so the craziness goes out the window.
All right, so then we're back at NYC Library. All right, Phoebe, Chris Isaac, and the kids and parents, Chandler and Monica, and Rachel. Phoebe's still singing. There'll be times when you get older when you'll want to sleep with people just to make them like you, but don't. 'Cause that's another thing that you don't want to do. Everybody, that's another thing that you don't want to do. And then there's clapping. Yeah.
Excellent.
Very informative.
Not at all inappropriate.
And Phoebe thanks everybody for coming and says that there are cookies in the back. Oh, Rob tells Phoebe that was great and the kids loved you.
Yay, I rock.
And he tells them it's because she told them the truth and nobody ever tells kids the truth. You were incredible. And then Phoebe channels Pee Wee Herman. Everyone I know has a big butt. Let's talk about your big butt, Simone. Or in this case, Rob. And Rob is surprised that she saw his big butt coming. Phoebe says she can sense things. It was butt or butter or buttress. as a long shot. I don't know. So Rob Donan explains that most of the parents hoped for songs about regular, barnyard animals. And Phoebe's like, yeah, no problemo. Barnyard animals. Well, that's in my wheelhouse, sure. And he's like, really? That would be fantastic. And now he senses Phoebe might want to kiss him. Are you thinking about kissing me?
I'm thinking about it. And then she kisses him. And then there's a cut line. And Phoebe says, if I get a library card, can I take you out sometime?
Ooh, library love.
And then there's a cut scene where there's a little girl watching Monica fill her purse with cookies.
Yes.
And then Monica goes, what? I'm unemployed. And then hands the girl a cookie.
Hands her one of the cookies.
All right. Now we're back at the San Diego Zoo.
Russ.
Ross. And Dan Castellaneta. They're in the nocturnal room.
The bat, ambassador of darkness, flitting out of his cave like a winged messenger, sightless specter of the macabre.
Buddy, my monkey. Oh, yeah. There was a break-in a few months back, inside job, and a monkey was taken. And then there was a cut line where he goes, along with a snowy egret, a two-toed sloth, and 3 hooded sweatshirts from the gift shop. Which cracked me up. I laughed so hard.
Yeah, you did.
But the zoo told me my monkey was dead.
The zoo? Do you believe everything the zoo tells you?
Well, that's the only thing the zoo's ever told me.
I like to look at his face like, why would I not believe that?
Right. He tells them that, of course, they would tell him he's dead. They don't want the bad publicity. It's all a big cover-up. Do you have any idea how high up this goes? That guy Lipson?
Lipson knows?
Oh. Hello, Mr. Possum. Enigma of the trees. Upside down denizen of the night. Taunting gravity. Buddy, my monkey? My monkey?
I imagine this is how he spends most of his days.
Right? Getting sidetracked?
Yeah.
Word on the street. And when I say street, I mean that little pretend streets they have here at the zoo.
Of course.
Your monkey found a new career in the entertainment field. That's all I know. And Ross says it's unbelievable. And the zoo janitor asks him what the information is worth to him. Are you trying to bribe me?
Maybe.
But you already told me everything.
Poor guy. All right, so we're back at the New York Library. Well, let's see, all the same people again. And Ross is there.
And now Ross is there. And Phoebe. No, wait, and Joey.
And
Joey wasn't there before.
Joey wasn't there. So, and Ross and Joey. So Ross apparently came straight to the library from the airport because he's unfurling his Monkey Shine beer poster and telling the group, not the kids and everybody, just the friends, that Marcel is in fact the Monkey Shine monkey. So the TV monkey that reminded him of his monkey was his monkey. That's pretty fun, right? Small world. But, dear listeners, the Marcel news is not the biggest news happening in the scene.
What?
As Chandler Bing is wearing his first sweater vest of season 2! Yay! Oh my God, I can't believe it!
Speech!
We finally did it. There have been some tough times, but we here at the one where we talk about Friends podcast, we never gave up hope. We were never allowed the sweater vestless episodes to break us or weaken our resolves. We knew in all 3 chambers of our hearts.
4 chambers.
Damn it! In all 4 chambers of our hearts, that Chandler Bing could not let us down. I salute you, Chandler, and I salute all the misfits out there listening.
All right, back to the episode.
All right. So Ross is going to call the beer company and find out where Marcel is. And Chandler says that's what he did when he lost his Clydesdales, which is a type of chicken, I believe.
No.
On the other side, Phoebe pulls out her trusty guitar. Phoebe seems like the type of person who would have named her guitar, but it never comes up.
Yeah, you're right.
She seems like she'd be like, I have to get Marcel. I don't know. I
almost said Marcel when you said that. We are not creative.
She could have called it green. Green's not a creative color. Oh, I lost my place. Get back on track. Okay, so the children do that in unison hello thing again. That fucking creeps me out. I don't like in unison things. I think that's why I sabotage the We're the Maladjusted Misfits, because it creeps me out. Yeah, let's try it again, okay?
Okay. We're the maladjusted. You suck.
Oh, bad. I wrote you to that one. Anyway, Phoebe puts parents' minds at ease straight away, saying her first song will be about barnyard animals.
Yay!
Okay, kids, settle down. The lyrics are as follows. Oh, the cow in the meadow goes moo. Oh, the cow in the meadow goes moo. Then the farmer hits it on the head and grinds them up, and that's how we get hamburgers. Now chickens! And let's say the adults are less than enthused about that song. Which, again, I don't know.
I don't understand why. It's the truth.
Yeah, I understand when you're older, you're going to want to sleep with somebody to be your friend.
Right. But the cows and the hamburgers and the chickens, I mean.
It's just realistic.
Right. All right, now we're back at Chandler and Joey's apartment. Joey, Chandler, Monica, Rachel, and Ross, they came straight from the library because they're wearing the same clothes. They open on the tiny TV of the scene with Days of Our Lives. Damn it, I'm a doctor, I'm not God.
Oh, no.
There goes the illusion. Ross says, there goes his whole belief system. There's a knock at the door, and Erica announces herself. Joey says, no, quick, turn off the TV. Rachel says, no, I want to see what happens. Joey frantically explains that he gets Leslie out of the coma, and then they make out. And Rachel asks, how can that be? You were just kissing Sabrina.
Why do we have to turn off the TV to protect your crazy girlfriend from reality?
You don't know what crazy people can do. So Monica explains it's a world where Joey is a neurosurgeon. Need we say more?
Yeah, that's true.
So Erica comes in. She dresses like she is in a soap opera.
Yeah.
Just a little too nice to be a normal person on a regular day.
A little Cruella de Vil.
Yeah.
But cute.
She is very cute. She asks how he got here so fast. She just saw him in Salem.
Oh, my God.
And Joey says they choppered him in. So, of course, that's realistic.
Yeah, he choppered to the city.
Erica says, oh, so I see you're having a little party, too. Where is she? Sabrina, I saw you kissing today in the doctor's lounge. And she picks up a glass of water and throws it in his face and says, you said I was the only one.
Oh, no. Yeah, that's the thing about being a TV character in a soap opera. And her thinking that it's real.
Yeah.
That can go sideways. It does go sideways very quickly.
Very quickly. Because they're not monogamous on soap operas.
No.
Joey says he's done. He doesn't think they should see each other anymore. And he's not Drake Ramore. And he's not even a doctor. He's an actor. And he says he pretends to be a doctor. And she says, oh my God, do the people at the hospital know about this? And I love the look Chandler and Ross give each other.
I love that too.
It's
and
so
I just
funny.
want to say that it's a little bit funny that you're being overly dramatic. You read her lines, which are overly dramatic.
Yes.
And then you go into Joey's stuff, but you're still like, and then Joey says, no, I'm an actor. I just thought that was very cute.
So Joey asks for some help, and Rach grabs the TV remote and turns on the TV, revealing Dr. Drake Ramore. Erica is confused. How can they be here and there? And Joey says, because it's a television show. Drake, what are you getting at? I'm not Drake. And Ross jumps in. That's right. He's not Drake. He's Hans Ramore, Drake's evil twin.
Hans Ramore, Drake's evil twin. I like that he adopts that attitude too.
And Erica asks if it's true. And Rachel doubles down and says, it's true because he pretended to be Drake to sleep with me. And throws water in his face. And Monica wants in and says he told her that he would run away with her. And didn't. And he throws water in his face. And then Chandler. And you left the toilet seat up, you bastard. Water in the face. And Erica says if it's all true. And the gang all nod behind him. And he turns and says, yes, it's true. And she deserves to be with the real Drake. And he's the one she fell in love with. And she should go to Salem and find him.
Oh, wow. Giving her task and everything.
I know, right? Erica says, oh, Hans. And she passionately kisses him. And Ross says, Hans, yo, evil twin. Goodbye, Erica. Good luck in Salem. Take care. And slams the door in the face. And then turns to the gang. Okay, the people who threw the water.
I like how Ross does the pointing.
Yeah.
It's all them. They threw it.
I like how every single time somebody threw water in his face, he like had to wipe it
Yeah.
off.
Ugh. He's lucky they didn't all have coffees.
Oh my gosh, yeah.
So then we're back at Central Perk. The scene opens right away with Phoebe yelling, "Fired? Why?" And Chris Isaac, Rob something, says the library board, yada, 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 complains. And there was a cut line where Phoebe says,
The library books, free speech, newspapers on a stick?
right, the library's censoring me? This is terrible. And she asks if he told the board how the kids want to hear the truth. And I like that he's immediately like, no. Quick aside here, this scenario reminds me of Phoebe's mom not allowing her to watch sad movies, and like censoring that part. And, in real life, let's say one of my sisters
One of your
wouldn't let her kids watch stuff like that.
Yeah.
Would, like, if there was something where in the one Lassie movie a dog dies and she was like, oh no, they can't watch it. And then that's what that stuff's for.
Right.
That's why a parent dies in every Disney movie, so that kids can kind of get used to the idea of trauma without the actual trauma.
Right. It's gentle and plays out nicely in a movie.
The whole parents getting ticked off. I feel like I'd be the one parent going, no, I don't give a fuck. But then Mr. Wicked Games suggests that she just play regular kiddie songs. And Phoebe asks if he wants her to be like some stupid big corporate purple dinosaur.
I'm not saying you have to be Barney.
Who's Barney? And he is so caught off by that. He does a little second take at her, which is pretty funny.
It is funny.
All right. So then we're at Central Perk. Ross, Rachel, Monica, Chandler, Joey, and Phoebe.
And there's a cut scene where Ross walks in and he says, "You're never going to believe this." And Chandler said, "Let me guess." Ross breaks in and says, "What, some weebles do actually fall down? A stitch in time says 7? Chan says, "Well, never mind."
Never mind then. Jeez. But Ross's news is that he tracked down Marcel. He's happy and he's healthy, and he's right here in New York City filming Outbreak 2, The Virus Takes Manhattan. The girls are excited, but Joey's pissed that he finally gets on TV and the monkey is making movies. Phoebe tells her assistant Rachel that she's ready to sing some more, so she gets up. And then a cute little boy bursts in and asks if this is where the singing lady is that tells the truth. So Phoebe says, that's me, as long as she avoids subjects like tea leaves, cleansing auras, gravity, and evolution. Sure, she tells the truth. But that's good enough for this kid who turns and whistles to a whole brood that come flooding into the coffee house. Do all these parents think they're at the library?
Apparently.
Why are they all there? There's like one parent in the background. All right, so ready for this next song?
Mm-hmm.
Sometimes men love women, and sometimes men love men. And then there are bisexuals, though some just say they're kidding themselves.
Okay, J.K. Rowling, you're overstepping it. Just get back in your fucking lane. But despite the weirdly open, closed-mindedness of the song, Jo gets her favorite moment of a little man making eyes at Chandler. He's like, "You're pretty."
I like you. And then we cut to the backlot, New York City streets, the gang, movie crew, and a lot of military extras.
Mm-hmm.
Ross says he's really excited. He hasn't seen his monkey in over a year. And Chandler says, "What, you never looked down in the shower?" Ross gives him a look. Chandler says, "What, I cannot make a one joke in the monkey as penis genre?" The security guy asks them to back up, and Ross says they're friends with the monkey. They used to live together. And he says, "Oh yeah, I have a timeshare in the Poconos with Flipper."
Wow, that's a coincidence, right?
Right? They see Marcel and start shouting and waving and nothing. And then Ross gets the idea and goes, "In the jungle, the mighty jungle, the lion sleeps tonight." Then they all join in, and then I love when Joey breaks into the high pitch, "Woo,
Well, where's Chris Isaac when you need him, right?
I know, right? His eyes are closed and everything. It's amazing. They all look at him, too. And then Marcel comes over and jumps on Rossi's shoulder.
Oh, little
I
Rossi.
know, it's so cute.
Oh, reunited. All right, so then the stinger, which is not on the DVD because the DVD just goes right into the next episode.
Right.
And it's Phoebe and another musical artist, this time Chris Isaacs, because, he's been in the episode.
Right.
And they're singing Smelly Cat together. Everybody, they won't take you to the vet.
You're obviously not their favorite pet.
Smelly cat, smelly cat. It's not your fault.
And
no.
You might want to pick a more masculine note.
Whatever, Blondie. Bisexuals are real. And that's the end of the episode.
Woo, cut and print. You might want to take our singing out. Okay, we're going to take a quick break. We'll be right back.
Right back. Oh, hello, Mr. Possum. Enigma of the trees, upside-down denizens of the night, taunting gravity.
Buddy, my monkey? My monkey?
Word on the street. Well, when I say street, I mean those little pretend streets we have here to do.
Of course.
Your monkey found a new career in the entertainment field. That is all I know.
This is unbelievable.
So, what's this information worth to you, my friend?
Are you trying to get me to bribe you?
Maybe.
But you already told me everything.
Don't!
And we're back.
We are back.
So, what did we learn from this episode? You know what I learned?
No.
I learned that you had to wait until after the football game was over to watch this episode.
That's right.
And it's like, I forgot all this stuff that happened before technology.
Before you could just stream it whenever you wanted.
Yeah. And I even lived through that time. So what's wrong with
Right.
me?
And the bad thing is, like, on the East Coast, you had to wait till like 12:30 if the game ran long.
Yes.
On the West Coast, they're like, the game's over by like 8 o'clock.
Right. And then you could
Then
watch.
Then we just watch Friends.
Right. I think I didn't. Well, we didn't start watching Friends until later. So.
Right.
But yeah.
Much later than season 2. I mean, we saw it, but
still, I can't
weren't-
believe that you had to wait until after the game was over.
Yeah.
I would have skipped this episode. I
No
think.
way.
Yeah. All right. What did you learn?
Of course, at that time in our lives, we were up really late anyway.
That's true. You were rollerblading in the parking lot.
All right, I learned that Marcel probably had an incredible journey type experience to get back across the country to Ross, but made his way into acting at the last minute. Phoebe is a very conventional kind of progressive, and I think Erica's caretaker must have died, and she went off her meds. Something's going on there. She got a little more freedom than she was normally used to having.
She was let loose.
Yeah.
Got out. All right. Final thoughts.
Part 2 next. I already stayed up through the whole Super Bowl. When can I go to bed?
So, did Chris Isaac stop dating Phoebe because she got fired? I need closure. And did those kids make it home okay? I need closure. I need to know.
Well, it's like Joey broke up with Basket Lady between seasons.
That's true.
And, so I
after
think Phoebe was more like, you didn't stick up for me.
Oh, I see.
And dumped him.
Okay. She taught him Smelly Cat and then kicked him to the curb.
Right. Well, I think of the Smelly Cat thing as outside of the main story. It's more like Chris Isaac just singing with Lisa Kudrow. But that's just me. Everybody probably feels different.
All right. Sweater vest tracker.
Okay, let's see. We had 0 coming into this episode.
Yes.
And this is episode 12
Yes.
of the season. And
Yes.
now we have 1. We have 1 for the season. We beat 0.
Yes. Now we need another one.
Now we need another one. Thoughts on the total now that we know there's at least 1.
Okay. So there's what, 20?
Yeah, there's
24 episodes?
There's probably 12 episodes left.
All right. So I think we're going to have 6.
You get 6?
Yeah, that's my guess.
Okay.
I haven't counted, so I don't know. What's your guess?
My hope is for double digits.
Oh, okay.
Is for 10.
Okay.
We squeeze 10.
All right.
I don't think that's going to happen. My guess would probably be 7.
That was a long pause for 7.
Long pause. I thought it was like an Indian. All right.
All right. What's our rating for this week's episode?
So on IMDb, the rating for this episode is 8.5 out of 10 stars.
Ooh, that's pretty
with
good.
6,000 ratings.
All right. So I picked a review, 8 out of 10 stars. The title isn't that creative. It's the one after the Super Bowl, Part 1.
Ooh.
By Comedy Fan 2010-19, written June of 2011. This is the episode with many guest stars. One of them is Dan Castellaneta, who is Homer Simpson's voice.
Yay.
I just found out today, and I was very surprised because I never knew what Homer Simpson looked like.
Well, I know what Homer Simpson looks like.
Right. That's not the real Homer Simpson. Another one is Brooke Shields, and she did an amazing job playing the crazy stalker of Joey. The scene where they both eat at the restaurant and she starts licking his hands is amazing.
Get away from my girlfriend.
And then he tries to explain to her that he's an actor and TV isn't real, and then all his friends make a soap opera-like scene by saying that he's the evil twin of Dr. Drake Ramore. This scene is absolutely hilarious.
Yes, agreed.
Another guest star is Chris Isaac. He meets Phoebe and asks her to play for children, but then Phoebe sings songs that are very Phoebe-like.
Yeah.
Like where the meat is from and how Grandma died.
Yeah.
To me, these songs are a little highlight of this episode, and I'm laughing no matter how many times I've watched them. And while I'm one of the people who is happy that Marcel didn't stay on the show,
Me too.
I was happy to see him and like the scene where they all sing his favorite Lion King song.
All right.
And he recognizes Ross and comes to him. I thought that was a really cute review. All right, so what do we got coming up next week?
Next week, the one after the Super Bowl, Part 2.
Yes.
Rachel and Monica compete for the affections of Jean-Claude Van Damme. And not like the loser has to date him, which you might think.
Right.
It's the other way. Chandler wears Julia Roberts' undies. And Ross reunites with Marcel on a very special episode of Friends.
Are you ready for some maladjusted content?
Sure.
So what do we do this week?
Well, you were laid up for the weekend.
I was.
Because you were sick, so you watched a bunch of stuff.
I did. I was very sick. So I watched the new Star Trek movies.
Right.
I like the new Star Trek movies. I think they're really good. No offense to old Star Trekky fans.
I like both.
Yeah.
I like, I mean, some of the old movies are not amazing.
No,
some of them are.
Right.
But, yes, you like the newer ones.
Yeah.
You like Chris Pine and
Yes.
particularly Simon Pegg.
Pegg.
We both
Yes.
love Simon Pegg.
Yeah, and they're just funny, and I really like the Beastie Boys. That's the third one.
Yeah.
So, yeah, I was in and out sleeping and feverish, and so Adam just kept the movies going. So I watched the trilogy of the Star Trek movies.
And then you watched something else. I forget what else you watched.
I don't remember.
But yeah, Star Trek was the main thing. I think,
Yep.
like I said, I think you squeezed something else in there. I don't remember because I was in and out of the room.
Yeah.
But yeah, you haven't been feeling too good.
No.
Hopefully.
I'm on the way, on the mend.
Yeah, hopefully you're getting better, and
Yep.
next week you'll be fine.
Yep.
Although I'm feeling a little tickle in my throat now.
Oh, no. Well, it's inevitable. If I have it, it's going to get passed around.
Right, especially to me. I catch
Oh, yeah.
everything.
Yeah.
I'm just one of those, my immune system
Plus, we're not very good at, like, sleeping in separate rooms and stuff.
kind of. No, and I have to kiss you on the mouth all the time.
Ah!
Every time you cough, I'm like, Gunther, kiss me.
You're weird.
My smelly shoes.
My sticky shoes.
Sticky shoes. My sticky shoes.
My shoes are smelly, but the song is Sticky Shoes.
I didn't say it.
All right, you guys. Thanks
All
for
right.
hanging in there and listening to me cough this week.
I want to mention the monkey noises. A lot of monkey noises for the coughings I had to get rid of probably.
Sorry.
In the edit.
I apologize. If you'd like your thoughts or reactions regarding future episodes to be shared with the rest of the class, or you just want to reach out and say hey,
Come on, we like to hear from more of you misfits out there.
email us at themaladjustedmisfits@gmail.com. Rate us and leave positive comments.
And if you have a negative comment, try to leave it in a positive way. Not sure why that happened.
Check us out on Facebook and Instagram. You can follow the links in the show notes. The pages are called The Ones Where We Talk About Friends.
Joe, are you ready for a cup of coffee?
Maybe some tea today.
Ooh, tea. Nice.
Oh, who am I to question the great Dr. Drake Ramore?